Welcome to Team Mike Adventures. In this video, we are taking you along with us on our journey to Taipei. We have an epic 3 days to tour all that Taipei has to offer.
We're on our way to Taipei, Taiwan, and we stopped here at the Korean Airlines Lounge. It's super small, but it provides anything that you need.
And that's just one of the benefits of having a priority pass, is being able to experience the lounges. So one of the things that we learned is if your flight has you arriving after about 11:30 p.m., you will not be able to use the MRT or the metro system in Taiwan. The taxis are available immediately outside the terminal. They take Visa and MasterCard at a 3% charge, but they do not take American Express. When Christian and I booked the room, we were looking for budget-friendly accommodations, and we were not disappointed. For $70 a night, we got a king-size bed and bathroom. The room had no windows, no amenities. It did have body wash and hand soap, 2 bottles of water, and 2 packets of coffee. That is really all we needed. Hey team, so welcome to Taipei. Team Mike arrived in Taiwan last night, just after midnight. It took us a little bit to get settled in. When we arrived in Taiwan, everything was closed because, like I said, we arrived after midnight. We weren't able to get our easy cards, and the trains had already stopped running, so we had to take a taxi, which was actually pretty expensive. It was about $40 or 1,330 Taiwan dollars, or the new dollar, to get to the hotel from where we were at. So this morning we got up, we were able to get our easy cards very easily at 7-Eleven that was right around the corner from the hotel. We were able to get on the subway from the Taipei main station, which is only about a 5-minute walk from our hotel. We've got a 3-day action-packed adventure. We're gonna get started.
Follow us.
So we're at Elephant Mountain, getting ready to take on the 0.7-mile hike up to the top. It's a 460 feet elevation gain.
And we're supposed to get the best views of Taipei from the top.
All right, so let's do it. All right, so these are some of the views that you're going to get from the top of Elephant Mountain. It's beautiful up here. The hike is challenging. You feel all 460 feet of the elevation gain, but it's absolutely beautiful.
I'm not the most fit person, so it's not challenging in the sense of being too steep. The stairs are not that steep. It's just stairs the whole way. So that's what makes it challenging, that there's not really a break in the hike.
So we're gonna make our way down and go see what our next adventure is.
I think that's where we're going.
All right, so here we go, Taipei 101. So we're taking just a little bit of a break on our walk over to Taipei 101. So I thought this was a good place to give a description of the building. So you can see it in the background behind us. Taipei 101 was first known as the Taipei World Financial Building. It was completed in 2004. At the time, it was the world's tallest building at 508 meters, which is about 1,667 feet. It was surpassed as the tallest building in 2010, so it remained the world's tallest building for 6 years. It's still the world's, or the 11th tallest building in the world. But one of the interesting facts about the building is the way that it's shaped. There's different variations of why it's shaped the way it is. People believe that it was originated from the Chinese money boxes.
So we're here outside 101, and I'm super excited to go into the elevator right now. We're going from the 5th floor to the 89th floor in 37 seconds. So the teacher and me is super excited. This is the damper inside Taipei 101. It's the only damper that is available to see, but to the public. Most tall buildings have the damper, but it's hidden. And what the damper does is that provides stability. So when the building, because of high winds or earthquake, sways one way, the damper will sway the other way to reduce vibration and provide stability.
All right, so we visited Taipei 101, got some food, and now we're going to the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial.
Yeah, Liberty Square.
Liberty Square. Should be fun. I feel human again now that I ate.
Yeah, we waited too long to eat, so but we're good now.
All right, here we go.
Behind me, we have Liberty Square. We wanted to come here because this public plaza is famous for the Taiwanese people. They use it for national gatherings, festivals. They have a concert hall on one side, they have a theater on the other side, and a memorial building behind me, and they do the change of the guard every hour. Just the gate itself behind me is large and beautiful. The video will not do justice, but we just want to explore with you.
Okay guys, so we are at the Shilin night market, and if you can just imagine the largest state fair and all the different types of food and things that they serve at those state fairs with the fried Twinkies, fried Snickers, and just take that and put an Asian flair on it. That's what you get at these night markets. We saw everything from huge sausages to the stinky tofu. They've got sesame buns, fried sesame buns. They've got pepper cakes.
And the homemade dumpling soup.
Homemade dumpling soup. And one of the things that we just got was a dessert for the night, which has a cream filling, and then we got one with cream filling and one with chocolate. They just look like a small pancake. So go ahead and try it.
It's really good, but as always, you think that the chocolate is going to be super sweet, but in Asia, chocolate is not as sweet as is in the United States, but it's still really good.
All right, so I'm gonna try the cream. Just like Christian said with the chocolate, it's not sweet, but it's got a nice cream vanilla flavor to it. And then the pancake, it is a little bit like a pancake. It's just not as sweet as a pancake.
Yeah, it's really still fluffy.
Yeah, it's fluffier than a pancake. But it kind of has the texture of a pancake. But really good. And oh, by the way, it's not just the food here. It's also, they've got clothing, they've got arcade games. Again, it's almost like a state fair where they've just got different types of things. All right, so hey guys, we're on day 2 of our Taiwan adventure. So we walked so much yesterday that we are going to get foot massages this morning. So that's the first thing that we're going to do, and then we're going to get started on the rest of our adventure for the day. The foot massage turned into a little more than just a foot and leg massage. At least for me, the massage was amazing, but Christian hasn't found my love for a massage.
We're excited to be here at the National Palace Museum. It has about 8,000 years of Chinese history. There's about 200,000 pieces of artifacts and artworks that first came from the Forbidden City in China and other institutions. So it's a place to come when you come to Taipei.
Hey guys, just a couple of thoughts on the museum. First off, it costs about 700 new Taiwanese dollars to get in. It's about $300 for the audio guide, which again for me is very cheap. I enjoy going to museums, I enjoy reading, and I also enjoy being able to hear what the narrative of the museum as well. So I would highly recommend both the audio guide and just being able to go through. But largely it depends on your budget. If your budget affords you to be able to get the audio guide, then do it. As far as the museum is very well put together. It shows the history of China throughout several dynasties. I think it focused largely on the Ming Dynasty, but they had a huge collection of artifacts, from everything from pottery and ceramics to paintings and calligraphy, and they even had some interactive paintings, which was a lot of fun. We spent quite a bit of time there. So again, the National Palace Museum, highly recommended in my book, and it's very cost effective to come out and learn a little bit about history.
Before you leave the museum, we highly recommend that you, as soon as you come out, take a left and go visit the gardens. It's free admission. It's a place where you can, if it's hot that day, you can cool off. But if not, there's a lot of fish ponds and families and just, trees and gazebos. And it's just a great place to take a quick break before you go on your next adventure.
All right, guys. So day 3 of our 3-day epic adventure of Taipei. So right now, what we're doing is we're on our way to the metro station where we're going to meet with our tour guide for our tour to Jiufen and Shifen Falls. We went ahead and paid for the tour. You don't have to. I think you can go on your own, but we'll let you know how the tour is and give you all the information on it. So just think when you think that you're an adult and you don't have to line up anymore, well, then there's this. We are at Uleo Geopark, which is a park. It's considered the forest of rocks. So back behind us is the Queen's Head. This rock has been formed over millions of years.
And the tour guide on the bus said that the Queen's Neck used to be a lot thicker when she was little, when she came here as a student, but because of the erosion, the neck keeps getting thinner and thinner.
Yeah, and as you can see, everyone's around us trying to get a photo with the Queen's Head. The queue to get in the line was extremely long, so we're kind of
We cheated.
yeah, we're kind of cheating a little bit.
So we just finished the tour. The rock formations are amazing. The area is beautiful. It's a little hot today, as you can see. I'm sweating. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can figure out how, if you have time, you can figure out how to take the train all the way here. It will be a lot cheaper. I think it's 120 Taiwanese dollars to get in. We pay for a tour, which was about $65. But it's going to take us all day to different locations. And because we only had 3 days, we chose that route. But if we would have come for a little bit more time, we would have done it on our own. Just for the budget travelers, you may want to try to do it on your own or hire your own car. But for us, just being able to do it all at one time and do 3 different locations was cost effective for us. So, but hey, you pick your own adventure. Hey, it's time for us to get back on the bus. Our tour guide explained to us that the color of the harbor area was largely due to the copper factory and the overflow, but it created a beautiful turquoise and gold mixture. So back behind us is the golden waterfall. So you can see the gold coloring, which was created by the copper mining industry about 80 years ago. So it's really pretty. The video just doesn't do it justice how pretty it is. We are now in Jiufen. So behind me is the temple of Jiufen. It overlooks the ocean. So the word Jiufen means 9 parts. So it originally came about as a town where there was only 9 families that lived here. The Jiu is a Chinese word for 9. Fen is parts. So Jiufen put together, it was originally made because when the ships would come in, they would have to break the products from the ship down into 9 parts for the 9 families that lived here. Jiufen is also, in the 1800s, it was a gold mining town, and then later it became part of the copper industry. And a lot of the copper was mined here by the Japanese during the Japanese occupation in the 1800s. The 1990s, Jiufen again became renowned because of several movies that use the influence of Jiufen. So this copper mural displays the hard work and dedication of the copper and gold miners throughout time. So it's just a mural that's carved into the side of the mountain. Pretty amazing how they were able to do that.
calendar. Don't move. Just look calendar. Okay.
Yay! That was awesome. Bye.
All right, so after a quick 50 minutes at Shifen Old Street, now it's a rapid run and back on the bus we go.
It was fun though.
It was fun. We had a great time.
The lantern experience was worth it.
Yeah.
But it felt rushed the last 50 minutes.
Yeah, and that's one of the things with tours. If you could spend all the time that you wanted to, I mean, you're never going to satisfy everyone. But yeah, we kind of felt rushed the last two spots, and I could definitely use some extra time.
Yeah, but it's 5 o'clock already, so.
Yeah, and by the time we get back, it's going to be about 6, and then it's back to the airport and for an early morning flight back to Korea.
So it's 6:35 in the morning. We kind of look half asleep. But we left.
Boba tea for that.
Coffee. We left Taipei at 2:50. So when you travel with the economy airlines, especially here in Asia, you're going to have the after midnight flights. They don't serve you anything, no coffee, no water, no nothing. They just give you the seat and that's it. But the flights are cheaper, so that allows us to travel international here. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah, so 3 days in Taipei definitely wasn't enough, but we got to do we packed a lot of stuff into the 3 days that we were there. Getting to see the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, and everything in Liberty Square, plus being able to see Taipei 101, and hiking up to Elephant Mountain was also intriguing if nothing else.
Yeah.
And then definitely the must do though out of the entire trip was the tour yesterday, going to Jiufen, Shifen, and seeing the waterfalls and the old street.
Yeah.
That would be the thing that I would do if we go back, would be to spend more time in those areas. But it was a great time. And again, Taiwan is an absolute must-do in my book for anyone that wants to travel. I mean, it's a super modern city, a super modern country, and an absolute must-do. So I would recommend it.
So don't forget to like the video or comment if you would like us to go a different place or visit different cities. We welcome any insights you guys have.
Yeah, thanks guys.